Hello people! Today I'm bringing you like a different kind of video that I normally don't do on the channel. I'm making a color mixing chart, and you see here that I'm kind of just testing some brushes out and seeing the kind of brush that I have in hand. I haven't done this kind of thing before, so I don't know how it will go, but we'll see. So the palette that I'm testing out is a watercolor palette that a friend of mine got for me earlier this year, and I haven't really had a chance to really like explore it and play with it and figuring out what it can and can't do. So in order to throw myself into the water and just seeing how it performs and how it works, I decided to do a color chart, which I mess up very early, and later I'll explain why. So this palette is the Kuretake 24 pan set. It comes in a rectangle with gorgeous packaging, but I really never have done a color chart before, and I was really nervous like making this, and I botched it really bad because I didn't do it right. Essentially a color mixing chart really helps you to kind of understand what kind of colors you can make with the palette that you're working with. It gives you a lot of information, and also very time consuming to make one, but ultimately it does help you down the line when you plan a piece or whenever you are shooting for a color that you want to mix. It also kind of like teaches you how to see how colors react, and it also gives you like a good handle of like color theory, because now with a lot of you can just mix your paints. You don't have to like buy pre-mixed paint when you can just mix it yourself. It gives you a lot of information, and it's very useful. You become more familiar with the kind of like materials that you're working on, and it really helps down the line whenever you're playing a piece, or whenever you just want to like see how things interact with each other. It took a while to do this mixing, because you gotta mix every color with every other color to see what color comes out. And it was an experience. I think it was a pretty positive one. And depending on how it goes for now, I'll see if this is something you guys would like to see more of, like doing traditional art, or if you guys want me to stick with digital painting. But essentially, this is something like I'm trying out, and I'm pretty excited just to see how it goes, like how the channel is going to respond to both digital art and traditional art, because normally I don't really like record myself doing traditional art, simply because I don't really have like a good camera to record myself doing it until recently. I got a hand-me-down from my brother who doesn't use a webcam anymore, so I decided to use that to record myself doing the color mixes. Now, if I had like a better camera, then yeah, the quality will be way better, but for the moment that's not in the funds. So I'm just trying to make it work with what I have, with mounting the camera on a tripod and then just positioning it in a way that you can sort of see what's going on. And this is also something that I use for whenever I do traditional streams over on Twitch, which the rest of the social media links will be down in the description below. In this part, just making the color mixing chart, and this one I kind of just keep it as is, and I'm trying to here piece it together with the rest of the colors. And because it's a 24 pan set, not all colors will fit. It took me a while to realize I really messed it up, and with knowing that I kind of messed up the first part of the color chart, I decided to take a break, walk away from it, double check exactly how I saw that this person did the color mixing chart. But this person, she did half a color mixing chart instead of like the full rectangle, because when you do a full rectangle, you essentially mix the colors twice. And here I'm kind of just showing you like kind of how the palette reacts when it's dry. So the colors are very creamy, they're very pigmented, which is great for a watercolor palette, because all you gotta do is just add a little bit of water and then just go. But because it's from a I guess like Asian product kind of thing, the binder is different. So when it dries, like on the plate that you saw, it leaves kind of like this glossy, matted thing. It's weird. I've never seen a color or a watercolor palette do this on a plate or on a palette for that matter. So it's very, very different, but it's very pigmented and it's very creamy, which is something that you kind of want in a watercolor palette, especially when it's in a pan set, because it's just so. I mean, it's already as saturated as you can. The only thing you can do is just dilute it with water, unless you want to add inks to it, but that's a whole different mess. So after taking a break just from seeing that I messed up the watercolor palette, I decided to just remake everything. And now I'm just kind of just filling in the rest of the colors. It took me a pretty long while just to get it done. I want to say, I mean, I worked on it for like 2-3 days maybe. I think it was like a fourth because I took a break from it. I didn't touch it. I just left it on my desk because I was just frustrated with myself that I messed up a color palette chart. Just because like I just never knew how to make a color palette. I'm just doing it now. I just kind of learned how to do a color mixing chart. Overall, it was a really fun experience. I learned a lot. I also saw like how colors interact with each other, and it's gorgeous. Like the colors that you can get out of this palette are amazing. I've never seen this wide range of colors. And you have like a good amount of mixes that you can get out of the palette. You have all your earth tones with the greens and the yellows and some of the blues. You have some really nice variety for blues. Some of the reds and purples are kind of similar, but I feel that's because I was using a Pentel water brush instead of like a bristle brush to like do all the mixes, just because it just dilutes as you use it because the water just oozes out of the thing. Overall, it was really nice. Like, I'm excited to work with this palette, and moreover, I'm excited to just really making more art and just like show you guys the process, even though like nobody really fucking cares. But I don't know, it's different to like show people the kind of work that an artist does to make stuff, and of course also like do speed paint digitally. I'm also thinking of doing like more stuff for the channel and also like going forward as an artist since I'm starting to figure out things as I go along. But I'm kind of excited and also very scared of going forward, but I think it's a good thing. So with that, I will actually start doing some announcements. Yay! So first things first, an update just on how it was before, because I do remember I did a rent video or event video like a couple of months ago, just saying that I wasn't happy with myself, and I can safely say that I'm pretty happy now. Like I'm satisfied where I am, and I'm feeling better. I'm coming out of the art block, which is also why I'm doing this. Like I'm recording and doing a bunch of stuff, and I have a lot more stuff planned coming up. I'm trying to get into a schedule, and I also found the magic hours where I can just make art, and I feel really engrossed in doing it, and it feels great. Like I don't have an art block anymore, which is surprising because I've been in this art block for like 2 years now. But I will try to keep a schedule going. I'm sort of kind of like figuring out what days I want to do what, but it's still like all art related. So on Tuesdays, I'll probably just be doing some studies, some sketches. On Fridays is definitely going to be Fine Art Friday, where I try to record like the process for speed painting for a fine art piece, and on Saturday I'll just post it. And my social media is kind of like expanding now, so I recently decided to open up a Twitter. Everything will be down in the description below, so if you want to go check it out and if you want to spread the word, that would be super helpful. I have a Twitter now. I'm gonna try to see if I want to do streams on Thursdays for Throwback Thursday, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out all the week, like, layout, but I will probably have a post about it soon, sometime later than the weekend, probably Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. But I have a Twitch now. I have a Twitter. I decided to open up a Patreon, and that will be always in the description below. And so far right now I have $1 pledges, $5 pledges, and $10 pledges, and all the money that will be, I guess, acquired or received from Patreon, all that will go into, like, upgrading equipment, getting more supplies, just to kind of, like, get myself more established in the medium, as a YouTuber is slash freelance artist slash streamer. So I have, like, goals I want to get to, and more than anything, I want to get established as an artist, because I think I'm starting to figure out where I kind of want to go with my work. So hopefully, like, with coming out of this art block and me start to produce more work, I'll kind of grow and develop into, like, a better style. So probably I'll just alternate between, 1 week I'll do, like, speed paintings digitally, and then the next week I'll do traditional media. I'm also kind of deciding whether or not I will open up commissions or if I'm taking commissions at the moment, but so far things are been going great. At least, like, emotionally wise, I'm, like, within the art career thing. Colleges has been pretty nice so far. I've got one more year, so hopefully I will be graduating next year as well. I'll probably, like, settle down more of this once I, like, figure everything out, but there you go. That's the palette. I'm just kind of, like, putting up the rest of my stuff up. So I'm getting ready to just, like, get over with the palette. And here's, like, the new, like, I guess, like, reds and whatever. Like, look at all those pretty colors. Aren't they, like, super pretty? Like, they're amazing. I love the colors. And here's, like, a better look of what kind of colors you can get out of the palette. And it's great. I'm super excited to, like, work with them, so I will be just sketching away and then figuring out what pieces I'm going to be doing next. But definitely rest assured that I'm going to be posting a lot more often now, and I'm 100% serious about this now. So let me know in the comment section below, like, what you think about this video, if there's more you want to see, if you like this kind of sort of stuff, if you want to just stick with digital painting or traditional painting or anything of the sort. And also, thank you very much for your time, and I'm sorry this was really rambly. I was really nervous and it was unscripted, so yay. Alright, bye y'all.